The 30th ever Piston Cup Series race takes us south of the border to our fellow World Cup host nation, Mexico, for the Los POLLOS HERMANOS Mexican GP at the iconic Autodromo Hermanos Rodriguez racetrack. Now it's time for the anthem of Mexico. It's great to be here in Mexico for the 30th Piston Cup Series race. We're sorry if down here it looks a bit yellow, just a little bit. I mean, maybe it's all yellow. Anyways, Oppenheimer on pole. He won at Australia last season. Can he get a win for Los POLLOS Hermanos Racing at the Los POLLOS Hermanos Mexican GP? Disco Briscoe in second. The grandfather of Chase Mitzko racing his grandson's car as we go green from Mexico. Vamos, Mexico. As we enter turn one, we're in an oval version of the track. As the drivers now make the first turn, they're going to wrap back around the stadium section of the track. So a very much shorter version of the Formula One track you can see in the background. But it's Oppenheimer leading us so far into turn one, down the backstretch into turns 3 and 4. Can Oppenheimer and the Visit New Mexico car get his first win for Los POLLOS Hermanos Racing, his second career, first for his new team? As Disco Briscoe getting some just high and dry there as McQueen. It's 4 wide for second. Some contact there. It's 4 wide for second. Disco Briscoe trying to hold on to it, and he will hold on to it for now. But McQueen is right next to him. McQueen looking for his third career victory. Can he get it here? We got the old ticker back again because for some reason the new ticker just refused to work here at Mexico. But it's Lightning McQueen on the inside lane with Dante. Both past Disco Briscoe. Disco Briscoe falls out of the podium positions into fourth. Important race for Los POLLOS Hermanos Racing. Basically a home race for them as they sponsor this race. And Oppenheimer is pulling away from the field right now to get them the win. As Dante and McQueen side by side for second place. The more they battle, the more of a gap Oppenheimer will have to the rest of the field. Can he get the win for Los POLLOS Hermanos Racing? As Dante will clear McQueen into second place. And Disco Briscoe trying to get back into this fight for second place. Can he do it here? McQueen and Dante are slowing down the rest of the field. It's 4 wide behind them, maybe 5 wide at some point. And it's Hunt in the middle, like right on that bottom lane, is going to get the best run there. You want the inside lane at this track. Oppenheimer pulling away from the field. Now Dante and McQueen kind of drafting together. Never mind, they're going to go side by side. It's 4 wide behind them. They were pulling away. And now that's going to cause this field to catch up with McQueen and Dante again. Dylan Elliott can get his second win in Season 3. It's been a good start for his team, 2391 Racing. Can he get them their second win of the season as Dylan Elliott getting some push from Disco Briscoe next to Fujiwara from Team USA Racing, side by side for fourth as he goes through turns 1 and 2. Los POLLOS Racing trying to get a win here. Basically home race for them, located in Mexico. Gustavo Frings from Chile, so it's probably the closest track to him that we've had so far. And Sergio Bell, he's from Mexico. Can he win at his home track, his second career victory at his home track? It's Fujiwara and Elliott side by side through turns 1 and 2. And can Fujiwara pass Elliott there? Yes, he does. Fujiwara in the fourth, McQueen in third, Dante in second. Dylan Elliott side by side with his teammate and team owner Hunt. Bronny James. We have 3 2391 racing drivers in the top 7 right now. Dylan Elliott, Bronny James, Mike Hunt, LeBron James, nowhere to be seen. But the rest of the 2391 team trying to work together, get a really good point stay here. They've already got one win in the season. Can he get a second one here? They got 3 of their drivers here in the top 10 working together. But they need to get past Fujiwara and try to draft together and catch Oppenheimer, McQueen, Dante, because they are losing some speed now, trying to battle with Fujiwara on that bottom lane. Cage now comes into this fight, and there's kind of like 4 packs, I would say, as Hunt is side by side with Fujiwara. Oppenheimer's kind of his own world. McQueen and Dante keep battling for second. There's this other pack for fourth on back, and then like 6 on back is all in their own pack. So like 4 packs forming right now. Fujiwara with Hunt and Cage on a bottom lane working together there. Cage working with Hunt instead of his own teammates working together to help Hunt. Hunt on that bottom lane. And McQueen and Dante, they were pulling away, but they keep battling here. I mean, I would just work together more and try to catch Oppenheimer, but they're just keep fighting each other for second, and that's going to cause the rest of the field to catch up with them rather than work together and pass Oppenheimer. Oppenheimer has no one helping him. They just need to draft together to catch him, basically. And McQueen and Dante are just not doing that, and it's giving Oppenheimer the race so far. As we're roughly a fourth of the way through, we'll see if anyone is able to catch Oppenheimer and stop this Los POLLOS Hermanos party here in Mexico. And it's McQueen, I think, giving the up positions. Dante and Hunt now, he has some speed. He got past everyone else for fourth, and now Hunt is kind of catching up to these drivers. We'll see if he's able to join this fight for second place. He's definitely got some speed there, and that's what I'm saying is as long as you get past that battle, you'll have some speed. As the people behind him, Cage, Fujiwara, LeBron are fighting. People ahead of him, McQueen and Dante, are fighting. So Hunt right now in a very good position, ahead of everyone else battling for fifth, catching up for the battle for second. We'll see if Hunt is able to pass these drivers like he did for the battle for fifth and take the battle to Oppenheimer here in Mexico City. McQueen and Dante still side by side. It's honestly impressive how long this battle has gone for the past couple of laps, but it's just making Hunt catch up to them. And he's looking to make it 3 wide into turn 3, and he's going to hold off there. But he's now officially entered this battle for second place. Who will he decide to help and draft with? He's going to work with McQueen now, working together on the inside lane. Dante's got no one helping him up there. And now Hunt is trying to just work with McQueen, get the hell past these drivers as quickly as possible, and maybe catch Oppenheimer. Trying not to get Cage and Bronny James to catch up with them, as now they're joining this battle as well. And McQueen and Dante, they just keep holding up the field. Oppenheimer is loving this. You think one of these drivers would be Los POLLOS Hermanos' teammate the way they're helping Oppenheimer right now? Look at the gap there. Oppenheimer, this is his best case scenario, seeing this battle behind him as Dante and Hunt now working together. Hunt was not able to work with McQueen. Can he work with Dante now to get past this battle for second? As McQueen, Dante, Hunt, Bronny James, Cage, your order right now. And Dante is trying to get the first win for Last Row Motorsports. Goes to the inside. It's going to be 3 wide going into turn 1. And Hunt will stay behind Dante there. I think Hunt wants to go 3 wide because he's unable to pass either of his drivers trying to work together. They are just stuck together. And so I think Hunt's just going to have to try and make it 3 wide somewhere and pass the both of them. And he's now working with Dante. And that's what he does. 3 wide down the backstretch here in Mexico Cage and Bronny James behind them, and Hunt will go sailing past both Dante and McQueen. Dante and McQueen battling for multiple laps, and Hunt just made it look easy, passing to both of them. Dante and McQueen unable to pass each other, and Hunt just goes, hold my beer, I'm going 3 wide, and now I'm in second place. So McQueen and Dante kind of just screwing each other over. They're now in a third now. Cage coming to this battle for third. And Dante and McQueen, they just need to learn to draft and work together because they're just losing more and more positions as Oppenheimer and now Hunt are starting to pull away from the rest of the field. Can Cage now, another driver that's just going to go sailing past them. Dante's lost multiple... Dante has won that battle against McQueen. Now McQueen is losing another position to Cage. And that's the end of that battle between Dante and McQueen. But they've let both Cage and Hunt pass them. But McQueen trying to take that position back from Nick Cage. Cage trying to get the first win for Texavation Racing. Can it be 30 races of trying, 30 races of frustration for Texavation Racing before they get their first win in the Piston Cup Series? He's right behind Dante, trying to catch up with him. Then it's Hunt, and then Oppenheimer. He's just completely on the different screen from the rest of the field right now. And look at that gap between him and Hunt. We'll see if Hunt's able to catch up to him. We're just over halfway. It's looking like a dominant victory for Oppenheimer so far in a home victory for Los Hermanos Racing. Oppenheimer won at Australia. He's just good at these international tracks, I guess. And now Cage is right behind Dante. Can Cage go up in the third and Dante and McQueen lose multiple positions in this race? Cage goes to the inside lane of Dante, side by side, as they enter turns 1 and 2. Can Cage do it there? He's got no one to help him there. But does he have enough power in his engine to pass Dante despite not having any help on the inside lane? And he does so, coming off of turn 2. Cage up in the third, Hunt in second, Oppenheimer first, and then it's Dante and McQueen. But Dante is looking to get that position back. He's not trying to lose this position without a fight. Dante and McQueen, they just are determined to slow everyone else down in the field. Dante on the inside lane working with McQueen. They fought for multiple laps. Now they're working together. Now McQueen going to work with Cage instead now as soon as I said that. This is a very quick racetrack as we're almost halfway through this race. Lap 14 of 32. Cage still side by side with Dante. Dante and McQueen working together again. Can they work together and screw the rest of the field over here today? Not only do they have a massive gap to Oppenheimer, look at that now. Hunt's way ahead of them. Hunt might actually have a chance of catching Oppenheimer, or it's just these drivers battling that's holding up everyone else up in the field, and it just looks impressive. But Hunt and Oppenheimer just miles ahead of the field right now. Cage still battling with Dante. Dante determined to slow everyone down, not let faster cars pass him. The Rock's now into this battle. The Rock and Cage looking for their first wins, and Dante. And they're all screwing each other's over, just battling here for third and not working together, trying to catch Hunt and Oppenheimer, who are currently first and second. And it's The Rock working with Cage and Bronny James. They've had enough of this McQueen-Dante shenanigans, and they're working together, and they have to pass them. They see those gaps. They just need to work together here. But now The Rock wants to lead this pack that's trying to catch the leaders. The Rock trying to go to the inside of Nick Cage. Both of them looking for their first win. Bronny James will pass Dante. Dante and McQueen, bro, pack it up. They've been awful this race. They're just losing positions left and right as The Rock and Cage side by side between them. It's been 30 races for Texavation Racing, 29 without a win. Can 30 be the win here today in their yellow car here in Mexico? And another yellow car, Oppenheimer leading this race, but can the iconic yellow Texavation Racing cars get their first win here today? But Oppenheimer in that yellow car is just dominating this field. Hunt's trying to catch up with him, and he has a little bit. It was 3.8 earlier, now it's 3.4, so Hunt is catching it with Oppenheimer. I just don't know if there's enough laps left as we're halfway through this race. The Rock side by side with Cage, Bronny James behind them. Can they catch this field, or are they just going to battle and just have everybody else slow down while Hunt and Oppenheimer battle it out for the last 15, 16 laps of this race as Cage leading this pack now. The Rock on the inside lane. That inside lane has been the best lane here today, but if you're able to get some draft up here like Cage is, you can't pass him, but there's just too many people in that bottom lane working together. Cage working with Dante. Cage Sorry, The Rock working with Dante. And Dante will pass Cage for now. Cage still could pass The Rock and get back into this fight for third place. The Rock back into third. Dante trying to get back up to third again. McQueen is now out of this pack. EDP and Chris Pratt have entered it. McQueen tumbling down the order. At least Dante is now trying to stay in this fight. But it's Cage moving to the bottom lane. That's interesting. The Rock was in the inside lane. Now Cage switches over. Now he's on the inside lane. He likes something on that bottom lane that he saw The Rock. He's trying to take The Rock's line as we exit turn 2 onto the back straightaway. And there you see the gap between Hunt and Oppenheimer. And Hunt has made it under 30 seconds to Oppenheimer. He is catching up Oppenheimer. I don't know if Oppenheimer is saving fuel or if Hunt was, and now he's finally going to try to pass Oppenheimer for the lead, or maybe Hunt's car is just that fast, but Hunt has made it under a 3-second gap between him and first place, as The Rock now will move to the inside lane. These drivers keep switching lanes, trying to take that bottom lane. They both like that lane. They both want to take it from the other driver as well, and just like they both like that lane and want to make it work, but Cage wins that battle off of it, and if he's able to get away from the field, maybe he can catch up with Hunt and Oppenheimer for this battle for the lead that's forming now. Oppenheimer has just dominated this race, but Hunt might have a chance as we're over halfway, almost lap 20. Cage and The Rock now working together after battling, and they're going to try to work together on that bottom lane. If you both like that lane, just work together and catch the leaders instead of battling each other, as Bronny James now enters this battle for third place. They're really just slowing down the rest of the field. They really need to work together here. And I think Cage might have enough speed to get out of this battle and enter that battle for the lead. So 2 cars in the top 3 here in Mexico with the yellow lighting. It's just a stereotype. Am I going to get canceled for doing this joke? Anyways, The Rock side by side with Bronny James for 4th place. Now it's Oppenheimer, Hunt, and Cage who have just gone through the rest of the field and don't have any battles with them slowing them down. And they just have nothing but speed coming off of turns 3 and 4 onto lap 21 of 32. It's been a really quick race. I think it's been the quickest race of the season. A very quick track here. Very short track. It's the second short track of the season after Darlington. Our first race in Mexico. And the battle for the lead has been lacking, but these battles all the way back through the field have been amazing. But we'll see if a caution comes out maybe, and maybe we can have this type of battle for the lead, or maybe Hunt and Cage can catch Oppenheimer. Hunt is now under 2 seconds. I think we're going to have a battle for the lead before this ends. Oppenheimer was looking to lead every single lap of this race, but Hunt is just a heat-seeking missile coming down. Cage is now under 2 seconds. I think it was over 4 seconds at one point, but now it's under 2 seconds between Oppenheimer and Hunt. I don't know if Oppenheimer has to save fuel after that major gap, but like if you're saving gas, I think it's time to go. It's go time now if you want to keep that lead. I mean, maybe they're worried about running out of fuel if they're trying to battle Hunt for the lead, but I think it's the end of fuel saving time if you want to win this race. If you're Oppenheimer, The Rock on the inside of EDP with help from Chris Pratt and Dante. Dante's now lost multiple positions, like McQueen, 3 wide behind them, and I think McQueen's out of the top 10 at this point. Dante might join them as The Rock and EDP side by side for 5th place. Bronny James and Cage working together, trying to draft together and catch Hunt and Oppenheimer, who don't have any drivers drafting with them. So if Cage and Bronny James can work together and draft to catch these leaders, I think they can join this battle, since Hunt and Oppenheimer don't have any draft. As The Rock is inside of EDP, there you see the gap forming. This is why you don't want to battle when you have to catch the leaders. And The Rock will pass EDP with help from Chris Pratt. EDP has no help up there. Bronny James going to the inside. He does not give a fuck trying to get this win. He just wants to get a podium on the inside of Cage. Cage trying to look for his first win for his team, but the rookie trying to make it another win for 2391 Racing. But this battle will only slow him down, and his teammate and team owner is in 2nd place. Can Bronny catch his teammate? I don't think he can, as we're now 3/4 of the way through. Hunt still now less than a second and a half now to Oppenheimer. He's definitely catching him. And Bronny James will pass Nick Cage for third, 23.91 Racing, now second and third. They won the championship last season with LeBron James. Now his son, Bronny James, proving he's not just a Nepo baby hire in third. Hunt is in second. EDP now. He can tie for the winningest race, the winningest driver in the series if he can catch this field, but I'm not sure if he's able to. The Rock and Chris Pratt behind him and Dante behind the both of them. Despite the name of the race, not a lot of those POLLOS HERMANOS drivers in the top 10 or in the front for that matter. They're more in the back half of the field, except for Oppenheimer. He's been the shining light here today. Can he win while the rest of his team just does absolutely fuck all in this race they sponsored? I mean, kind of embarrassing for Gustavo Frank and Sergio Bell, even though he's not with POLLOS HERMANOS Racing. It's his home race. Laid an absolute egg this race. Nowhere near this front right now, as The Rock is going to let Chris Pratt pass him. Some forward drivers here. Chris Pratt, Dante, The Rock, can they work together instead of battle each other? It looks like they are. The Rock smartly lets Chris Pratt by. And now Hunt is less than a second to the lead in Oppenheimer, as we have a battle here for the lead as we head to 6 laps to go, and we have a battle on our hands. Hunt is now less than a second to Oppenheimer. He's got his draft here. Oppenheimer has led now all 26 laps of this race, but Hunt's looking to take away and steal his first win with Los POLLOS HERMANOS Racing. Los POLLOS HERMANOS Racing wanted to win this race so badly, but now Hunt is looking to spoil a party, get back-to-back wins for his team, 23.91 Racing. They won at Darlington. They now can win at Mexico. It could be back-to-back short track win for them this season. He's catching up with Cage. He's side by side with Cage for the lead. Side by side. I did not think we were going to have this for a lead. Hunt on the inside lane. Oppenheimer on the top lane. It's a 1v1 for the lead. And Hunt on the inside lane through the stadium section is going to take the lead of Los POLLOS HERMANOS Racing Mexican GP. He sponsored this race, and now Oppenheimer will lose the lead to Hunt. He's looking to use that inside lane, which has been the dominant lane today, but Hunt blocks him there. He's trying to block him every which way here, and Hunt is looking to spoil those POLLOS HERMANOS party at their home track and get another win for his team, 23.91 Racing. It's been 30 races in trying for Hunt, trying to get his first win. A Season 1 veteran, can he now win a race? It's been the story of the season so far, of Season 1 drivers not winning a race until now. Happened in the first 3 races, and Hunt looking to make it 4 races in a row of a Season 1 driver trying to get their first win after 3 seasons of trying. But it's Cage, another Season 1 driver. Can he do it? But they're like 8 seconds from the lead. I don't know if they can catch them here. They're finally working together, though. But Oppenheimer, can he end the streak so far of Season 3, the story of Season 3, of 3 straight Season 1 drivers who have never won a race, winning races? Hunt's trying to be the 4th. Can Oppenheimer stop that storyline here today? Can he spoil that party? Or can Hunt spoil the POLLOS HERMANOS party at their home race as we are heading to 3 laps to go? Can the New Mexico sponsored driver win at the Mexican GP as we head to lap 30? 3 laps to go in this race. This race has absolutely flown by, and I'm living every single second of it. Now, Cage going inside of Bronny James. I think they've given up. They're like almost 10 seconds back from the leaders. But Cage and Bronny James just trying to battle for the podium right now. Sorry, that's 6 seconds. It's hard to see with this yellow. But Cage, so they're not exactly 10 seconds, but they're still far from the leaders. I don't think they can catch them. Cage and Bronny James, though, they're determined to at least get third. Every point matters when you're trying to be the top 16 in points to make it to the playoffs. Bronny James' dad, LeBron, won in Season 2. Bronny James trying to continue that winning legacy, get a podium here, trying to make the playoffs. As we're almost halfway through this regular season already, which is crazy to say. As we head to 2 laps to go, Oppenheimer catching up with Hunt, lap and a half to go. Can we see another pass for the lead? And can Oppenheimer spoil the story of the season, or will Hunt continue the streak for the Season 1 drivers, for the Unks of the series, getting their first wins? It's been 30 races in trying. Can this be finally the end of Hunt's winless drought? He's been there so many times. So many times he's been leading races and gets unlucky with a blown engine or wrecked or just flames out, just finishes second or third. He's been up in the front so many times as we had the one lap to go. Can this finally be the time for Hunt as we had a lag spike on the last lap of this race? Can Hunt finish before my laptop completely explodes? Oh my god, it's laggy. Hunt, he's been trying for 30 races. 30 races of frustration, 30 races of trying. He's got 2 more turns to go through the stadium section. Hunt has been there so many times trying to get his first win, but it's finally going to happen here in Mexico. 30 races of trying, 30 races of frustration. Mike Hunt will win the Los POLLOS Hermanos Mexican GP. Oppenheimer will get 2 extra points for leading the most laps here today, but Hunt gained the 1-point bonus for leading a lap as well, and he led the 6 most important laps of this race, and Hunt finally ends the streak and wins here today, and ends the Los POLLOS Hermanos party. Hunt continues the storyline of the season, 4th straight Season 1 driver getting his first win this season. Then it's Oppenheimer in second, who led almost out of the laps, looked for a dominant win, did not get it. Bronny James, Hunt's teammate in third, continues that family legacy of the James family. 4th is Cage, a top 5 for tax evasion racing. They could have ended their streak today, but it was nothing. It just wasn't it for them. They also finished 10th and 15th with Nelson and Fatfuck. Chris Pratt 5th for Last Row Motorsports. His teammate Dante in 8th, EDP in 6th, The Rock in 7th. 9th is Sam Dean Winchester. 11th is Baby Driver. It's been a lot of front finishes for them. 12th is Fujiwara, 13th Elliott, 14th Cena, 16th Hamlin, 17th McQueen, 18th Gosling. Clint Boner in 19th, Medium Motorfucker in 20th, Von Riley in 21st. Disco Briscoe started in 2nd, falls to 22nd. 20 lost position for there. Sergio Bella in his home race, 23rd, forgettable day for him. Shaq in 24th, Richard Hammond 25th, Gustavo Frein in 26th. His teammate finished 2nd, and then next Los POLLOS Miles driver is 26th. Horrible day for them. The Big Lebowski in 27th. Boob in 28th. Ricky Bobby in 29th. Queso in 30th. Another Los POLLOS Miles driver. Pinkman in 31st. Ryan Reynolds 32nd. LeBron in 33rd. Defending champion in 33rd. Horrible start for him, but at least his son is doing well. James Roden, the replacement for Marcus Aurelius in 34th. Kevin Hardick in 35th. And it's Holland Ass in 36th. 37th is the Season 1 champion Homelander. 38th is SpongeBob, 39th Dexter Morgan, 40th is Paige, 41st is Doofus Merchant, 42nd is Soldier Boy, Nami, Karma Police, and Walter White, the Los POLLOS Hermanos driver, the winningest driver in the series, doesn't qualify for the race his team sponsored. Unbelievable. EDP still in the standings, first in the standings, 150. Either him or Walter White, you can make the argument for best non-champion. Second is Fujiwara with 137. Bell falls on 130 points in third. Elliott still in 4th with 127. Dante 121. Hunt jumps with that win to 119 points. Ryan Gosling, another winner with 118. Baby Driver with 113. Medium Motorfuck 111. The Rock with 110. Queso 108, who won the regular season last season. Oppenheimer with a 2nd place today jumps to 12th with 107 points. Boner with 100 points. Bronny James jumps to 14th with 99. Ryan Reynolds with 96. Nami, who did not qualify today, was way up in the standings and falls just to 16th, just barely playoffs currently. And it's McQueen with 91 points, 3 points out. Then it's Fatfuck, Chris Pratt, and Hammond rounding out your top 20. Jeff Lebowski in 21st. Gustavo Frein, the Daytona winner, is in 22nd. The 3 other winners this season are in the top 10, while he's in 22nd. 23rd is Soldier Boy, 24th is Sam and Dean, 25th Holland Ass, 26th SpongeBob, followed by Shaq, Karma Police. Jamie Roden gaining the points from Marcus Aurelius in 29th. John Cena in 30th. Willie Nelson in 31st. Boob in 32nd. Hardick in 33rd. 34th Disco Briscoe with 7 points. Inherited most of those points from his grandson. Von Riley 35th. Cage in 36th. Boob in 37th. Fuck, I made some mistake there. Boob's on there twice. 38th is Homelander. 39th Deuce. 40th is Lewis Hamlin. Jesse Pinkman, then it's Walter White, the Los POLLOS Hermanos teammates. 41st and 42nd after Mexico. Walter White, the winningest driver, in 42nd. Homelanders in 37th, who's season 1 champion. 43rd is season 2 champion, LeBron James. All the most dominant drivers, except for EDP, through the series, are just having a horrible season 3 so far. Dexter in 44th and Page in last. Rock Hard Racing takes the constructors lead now. They won at Bermuda. Now they're up by 8 points over Last Road Motorsports, who haven't gotten wins this far, but they've gotten a lot of top 10s. That's why they're in second. Stewart's S Racing, despite one of their drivers signing, 382 points. 2391 Racing, with 2 wins down on the season, are fourth with 376 points. Benyere went from first all the way down to fifth in the standings with 367 points. Team USA Racing, another former points leader, with 334. LeDrank, 319. Tax Evasion Racing jumps a couple spots, 307. Crosshair Petronas Patriot Racing with 298. Gabe's biggest inspirations, 280. And Los POLLOS HERMANOS Racing, the team who won the first race of the season at Daytona, the team that sponsored Mexico today, last in the points with 266. We'll see you in a week for both the Formula Piss and Piston Cup Series races at Trenton as we celebrate 250 years of American independence.